Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining our Law of Attraction today. I do apologize for the hard timing to connect because this is my first time going to the live this way. So I do apologize for those of you if you were waiting for this. We're going to start right now. We're going to start with meditation, short meditation. Then we're going to explain about the law of attraction. So I'm going to ring my bell. As we keep the eyes closed, we bring our attention to our first chakra, which is the root chakra, which is the base and foundation of our being. Move up to the second chakra, which is toward the genital area, which is that chakra represent the surviving and how to function in the 3D world. Then we move up to the third chakra, which is the power chakra, toward the solar plexus, and that shows the power of the sun within us. And move up to the heart center, or heart pounding the blood throughout the body. And also the heart of the universe, which is related to all hearts, all being, that the heart beating the universe, with all the creatures, all the being, that they have a heart pumping blood to their hearts. Number 5 is the expression chakra, which we focus on today, about the law of attraction. So bring attention to the 5th chakra, which is toward the throat chakra. That's when we get, excuse me, most tension to the neck area and the nervous system area. And also is the chakra of expression. When we hold our tooth, we will feel that tension through the neck area, which signal to the rest of the body, like neck, shoulders, back, knees, and other areas. Now we move up to the intuition chakra, which is between the eyebrows, 2 inches, as the masters, they said. And between the eyebrows is where you focus, and it releases attention to the body, because that's also, we call the command center, or receiving the messages from the command center. So will be the receiving of love, compassion, guidance from the higher source, prophecies, messengers, gurus, anyone who can give us some wisdom words to pull up of our problems and feelings and emotions that block in our life, or thoughts that they make us successful. So this blockage is created by the lowest chakras. The last chakra is the crown chakra, which is the seat of enlightenment and compassion, universal command center, where we receive messages from angels and higher sources. Next, take a deep breath, inhale, pause, and then deep exhale. And release. So we're gonna start our program today with sending love and compassion to all beings, wherever they are, whether under the sea, above the sea, in the forest, As you see behind me, I have some books available here that I've read most of them. And I've listened so many videos while I was driving and listening also when I'm at home. And one of the things I learned through all this thing is what you learn and resonate with your heart, you may go with that. Resonate with heart means that you relax. You can just be relaxed as you may feel uplifted, expanded, and nourishing when you are in a right place and a right moment with your thoughts. Could be a location, could be a family relative where you feel good, you know. For me, it was years ago when I started, especially yoga. And when I went to my first yoga at the Southwest Healing of Arts, that was my first time just joining a group of 40. I think they were doing meditation for 15, 20 minutes. And I felt so well. And I said, this is the life I was looking for years ago, 15 years ago. So the life is always like in changing. If we notice it, it is the better way for sometimes, and sometimes because we are so attuned with our negative thoughts and emotions, we do not know how to process that and how to go forward in our life. So years ago, I think it was 6 years ago, I started doing life coaching, and I did manage to go train with three of most beautiful teachers. Um, One of them was practicing yoga too, which really helped. And I learned so much within a couple of years of learning the life coaching and tapping and also meditating. I learned that it's not just about reading a book or reading books, it's about how you put that at work. If we don't put things at work, nothing is going to change. So, as you saw, I said, in my announcement for this event, is like if you think you can change only in the head, you are wrong. We have some information in our mind and brain downloading it from ourselves, or we might get it from our ancestors or from our history from the back before even we were born. At the time that we were born, we came to this life. Also, we collected some information from other people, whether through religious channel or other channels. And it it is again depends on us how we approach life, how we listen to everybody who has something to say, a wisdom word, a word of inspiring, don't matter who they are. They can be a janitor, a dishwasher, a person in the bookstore, a person in the school, a person on the street. So God has, or the existence has, um, so many sources, so many channels, because the uh, actual source is the God, universe, existence. Even if you don't believe in God, at least you believe in um, the soul that wakes you up in the morning, or the soul. Soul is a source of universal love, SOUL. So when you wake up in the morning, it's not your mind, is your soul is always awakened. So when we wake up in the morning, first thing is, instead of rushing to your head with the thoughts of negativity, and if you feel that there's a negativity going on in your head, which is mostly is going to happen 100% in the morning when we wake up, especially if you have issues in our life, we wake up with that issue. We want to solve that issue, and it's going to be hard sometimes. So first thing we have to learn, and we're going to discuss this more in the future, give you some practices with the tapping, and also I have some new ways of how to quiet the mind so we can get to the heart of the matter rather than just the mind of the matter. So the law of attraction that I introduced and I learned through at least three different teachers. One was Abraham, which probably most of you are familiar with law of attraction, and my most of my training on life coaching was based on Abraham or Esther, and that is based on law of attraction is based on if you're negative, you might receive negativity. If you're positive, you might receive positivity, and so on. Because I practiced that for 2 years, I did practice with my clients as well. But then I noticed that most of the time that you're negative is very tense. You cannot do anything about it. Sometimes even you cannot say a word because the tension is so much that you feel we cannot even move around. The neck is hurting. The back shoulder probably tense up. And if you say any word, you say, don't say anything right now. I just need to relax. And that's true. We just need to relax at that time. We don't need to add on any mantras, any other words to calm ourselves down because the time that we try, let me expand my screen so I can see myself better. Sorry about that. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're trying to bring ourselves to where settling down, relaxing the mind, and also relaxing the atmosphere around us. For example, if I'm in somewhere that is like occupied with crap and my energy is blocked, then I have to move those crap or just get out of that crappy energy or crappy area or crappy uh, environment to calm myself down. So that's the first thing I have to do. Nourish my thoughts and my body. So the action will be in a way that I'm not depressing or getting sad into that situation and overwhelmed by it. So that's the law of attraction. We say it is negative or positive. The second law of attraction, which I practiced with Matt Kahn, and I took his called Angel series. I took three of his series, I think, two or three series, which was every series was about 15, 16 session, maybe. I forgot totally. It was years ago. So Matcon is beautiful too, as he mentions that even in our most negative times, we can be positive on that. And what does that mean? If I'm in a bad situation, for example, um, if I say like, let's be grateful right now in this situation, even though you have the toughest time in your life, challenging time, money is not coming, income is not coming, bankruptcy. I've gone through it all, so I know it. But the relationship has gone sour, or a divorce, or separation from the family, a court matter, whatever that is in our life. Everybody has these challenges into life, and we have to go through them, all of us. So the challenges in life is part of our situation that we have. Like in Persian, we are saying that um, if you are like a river and your challenges are like rocks, your challenges are like rocks, and these challenges, they sound like a beautiful stream of water in the river. That means you have to become so strong that your weaknesses become so little and you become so big that your challenges are not blocking you to do what you want, even if it's the most negative state of the mind. And most of the time, these things happens that we go through tension, which can be created by feeling shameful about something, whatever that is. And we're going to explain this in the future time, little by little. I have done this before years ago, but this is a little new ways that, every time you grow up into the new things, you understand more about yourself and the others. So hopefully be improving in what we do in life, whatever that is. So we get to the point of uh, becoming aware and alert about our thoughts. Then when the thoughts comes in, especially when it's very negative, then we have to find a way to nourish ourselves. What do I do right now that makes me settle down? I was talking to one of my friends the other day. We talked about anger, and I mentioned about the anger. I said we have two situations in anger when we are angry. And when we are angry, your energy become twice. It's 100% pure. Notice that there's no thought. It's all pure. Anger is pure energies, like almost nuclear, right? It's explosive, and we have the choices at the same time in a second, split of second. I can transfer this anger to something that is beneficial, transform it towards something that is beneficial and not destructive, is constructive. And when it's constructive means I can use my anger to create something. Like if the dishes are dirty, I go to do dishes, scrub the floor, um, whatever needs to be done, put the shoes in a nice way so it's the feng shui ways, energy moving freely. If there are things around that is like it doesn't let you think straight and one clothing there, like my house, sometimes you get to that point, dishes are piled up and I have to go start doing dishes, right? So there are blockages energy because we put items here and there. Of course, women, they never do that. They always clean. I'm talking about the guys. So how we transfer this is very important. How to transfer this anger, this situation, clean up so I can let the energy move free. Maybe I sit down, drink water a little bit, cool down. Maybe I walk out, do the walking. I do, by the way, walk every day. It has been about 3 years now since COVID. I do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, and whatever I can. It doesn't matter what time. Sometimes morning time, early morning, at midnight, 2 a.m., doesn't matter. I have to do that walking because now I'm training my mind that I'm not gonna sit here and give up to you and let my heart, my present now, my present power of the now is imprisoned or prisoned by my thoughts and mostly by negative thoughts. I do apologize. I have to drink a little water here. So when we are in the state of anger or the sometimes anger can turn to revenge, and it happens. Anybody can uh, trigger your emotions. Any word can trigger you, and me included. But we have so many tools to take care of these issues. I say issues because problems, when we say problems, means big, but these are containable. We can control them. How can we control our laptop or phone to getting spams? We filterize it, right? We filter it so we get what we want, what video to watch, what subject to see, what news to watch, right? So we have this controlling. Same thing has happened to the head area. And when we are in any lower vibration in the law of attraction, we say vibrational frequency field created by my speaking to you with my tongue, and also when I'm thinking, also is a vibration, is a vibrational energy. So every thought, as Deepak Chopra said in, I think, is one of his books, said seven law of yoga. One of them was the breath is the best key at the moment of the tension. Master BKS Iyengar says that breath is the king or queen of the mind. So if the breath is present, then the mind become controlled by the breath. What is breath? Breath is the connection between us and straight to the universe. Now we can say, I believe in Jesus, I believe in Buddha, Muhammad, or beyond that. It's all perception that we have in life, or any other person you might have in the head. But this breath is you and the universe, nobody else. Nobody else is controlling your breath except you and me. So breath is the king of the mind, our thoughts. So it's a good idea to take a deep breath, hold your breath, and then suddenly let it go. Do it a few times like this. So energy releases from your nervous system. Where are the nervous system? Mostly we know. Most of it is in our spinal cord, which we uh, say this place is very sacred because all the nervous system is running through the spine. And I think the is about 25% or more in the brain area. So the body mostly carry on this nervous system because the way we function, the body is in this miracle body, this miracle mind, or I call it a brilliant mind, is our tool in the body, in our world. Excuse me. So the breath, if it's present, the mind is absent. You're gonna take a break to take a breath to feel that. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release. And that's how we can release the tension in our body so we can receive the message of unity between the mind and body. So the soul can be free, like a butterfly, to fly and collect beautiful things from, you know, the flowers around them, the energy, good energy. So we can come out of our cocoon, which this cocoon is, we are imprisoned in this cocoon, holding on to it, and we are in either guilty attitude or thinking and shameful attitude or thinking apathy, grief about losing something financially, someone, relationship wise, um, divorce, bankruptcy, all these things. I've gone through it myself as well. So the grief, and the next is going to come up in this category of vibration is fear. Fear, sacred, or scarcity or a scarcity. I call it scar because it creates scar in our, you know, past and future and now. We don't know how to move on because we are in this apathy field. We have no idea how to go forward. We don't know how to go backward, like between hell and heaven, or state of hell and heaven. Then there's a fear. Fear is actually is can be used either to move forward or kind of like you stay a little cautious more, so you're not just jump into anything. You have to be thinking about something that you want to do. For example, if you want to buy something from Amazon, you go and read about, I do at least, review people, see what they say about this item that I want to buy or purchase. You see some, you know, I usually go to the people that they say worst thing about that item and see what they say. Then I move up to the one that they talk about positivity of that item or what is good about it. It's the same thing with our thoughts. Which thought is going to be nourishing me? Which thought is going to be good for me to move on? And based on that, I'm going to focus on that and allow the universe, because sometimes the sun is outside shining, like you see behind my. It's this shady and sunny. So this sun is available, God is available, the Spirit is always available, source of universal law, soul, Soul, source of universal love, source of universal learning, source of universal living. That source is available 24 hours nonstop because we call them now. Everybody's written about it, Power of Now, with Eckhart Tolle. Lots of masters talk about the now, present moment. What does now means? Now means no other word. This is the world you are in. This is the world we are living in, breathing it. Fascinatingly, the world is under our nose. We're breathing in, up, and we bring this energy all the way, the breath, the prana, all the way to the body. We feel vibrant because when you're breathing, you allow your thoughts be under the control of the heart and your breath. And if we are one of those people that, because we are different people, different ideas, some of us we become scientists, some of us because the way we think or we feel, we might become a healer. Some of us might go to army, some of us might go to somewhere else. Whatever it is, that's our choices that we make. These choices that we make, what is it based on? Where we did learn it? Was it from somebody else externally? Because for anything outside of me is external. Don't matter if they're religion or non-religion, is external. Somebody else experienced something. They say we experienced this. So now we give you this experience that we feel, and we give you this experience. We talk about it. If you like it, join us. If you don't, then maybe other ways, because in life we have so many ways we can soar, sail, and move up to the highest points. So the law of attraction means what I search is searching for me. What I want, it wants me back. And when I say what I want, it wants me back means purely 100%, not wishy-washy stuff. Like sometimes we say something that we want, and then next thing, another thoughts or a few more thoughts is going to destroy that good vibes that we put on. Oh, this is a beautiful day, and then suddenly the other words comes in to wash this goodness away. No, it's not a good day. How can it be a good day? I don't have any money. My income is low. I don't have money to buy anything, right? Everybody, mostly like me, we have gone through all this. I've been living check by check, weekly by weekly, daily by daily, month, years sometimes, but always thought this is the experience I have to go and come out of it to learn it. So I can, when I tell you something or I'm teaching somebody, including myself, I've done it. I'm just not saying words. When I say this is a beautiful day, I mean it that it's a beautiful day. If it's not, I shut up. I silently quiet myself. Because our words have powerful vibration. You know, if somebody tell us something in our lifetime, especially when we are a kid, they say something not nice to us, it wasn't kind, we still remember it. If somebody slapped us or abused us, that's a different story, right? So if we go through this, we record those. We call the hurt. So the hurt is the memory of the harm. Somebody said something to us, or we fall on the ground, we got injured. Um, the thought of that harm become hurt. So the hurt is a memory cell. Excuse me. So that's the trauma. Let me drink a little water. I feel I'm talking too much sometimes. So the law of attraction, as we mentioned, is about how I feel, my emotions, how I think, my thoughts, how I say things, my words. And you said probably many times to yourself, I'm going to change these things and doing that. And as soon as we want to do something, the negative part, the negative thoughts, the negative experience comes to mind because that's a comfortable place to go. We call it familiar place to go. Even though if it's worst, sometimes you see people that they obsess with somebody or love somebody, and that person probably is not suitable for them. They still stay with them. They think things gonna change, and things might not change because we are losing our dependency, independency to somebody who become dependent on them, with them. So when we become dependent on something or someone, then we give our power, which is the solar plexus chakra, the power chakra, to somebody else. Or we give our neck somebody to put a leash over our neck. Like the old slave, they used to put something around their neck. The board was on their things and they asked them to walk. Sometimes this might be, um, you know, you might not see it, is invisible from other people's pain, other people's sorrow, of other people's, could be our relatives, friends, and families. I understand our compassion and passion, but at the same time, we have to feel ourselves so it can over joy and over um, loving, not over loving, but you know what I mean. It's just like we have enough fuel within our spirit and the head and the heart that we can share with the other people. If I don't have gas in my car, how can I drive it? How can I give the ride to somebody else? How can I get to places? So we have to first take care of ourselves, our body, our mind, our soul. Then we can go on and help other people. I'm not saying we cannot help people when we're in the situation, but what I'm saying is if you do something and then you are not feeling good for weeks, that's from obligation, not from love. So if we are giving something to somebody, has to be always based on love, because if there's no love into it, you're going to be suffering later on. You give something to somebody, money or something that you're not really happy about it, and then you're going to think about it days and days and weeks and weeks. So giving should be based on love, unconditional love. I'm going to give this. If I'm giving as a borrow, still in the back of my mind and heart is like, even if they didn't give me this back, I'm okay with that. So have that in the back of your mind. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to deal with this stuff. So in order to move forward in our life, we need some tools: meditation, yoga, talk to somebody. If you need help going to see doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, a life coach, a yoga teacher, a master, or the religious figure, whatever that is that can help you out. You have to go and get that help. Sometimes we cannot function ourselves, so we need a friend to give us a hand. So with the law of attraction, what we think and what we search for, it is searching us back. So like will bring likes. And after we reach to this level of controlling my thoughts, what I want to say, my actions, then we can move up toward like courage, becoming more naturalist, neutral, in the middle. You're not against this one on this side, right, left. You bring them together as one unit, called the union between the mind, soul, and the body of the universe, with your body and the soul of your individual. So this law of attraction that we discuss is based on how you feel, how you think, without judging, without feeling guilty about what you think is correct, without censoring it. And the third law of attraction, uh, which is based on law of attraction, David R. Hawkins. I was trying to think his name, which is again based on vibration, and mostly I discuss in my workshops in law of attraction workshops with the David R. Hawkins. I talk about Abraham and Matt Cohn as well, and give some directions that these are available tools if you want to work with these people or just our individual self. And the fourth one, which I'm throwing as a bonus, is mine. I'm gonna introduce you to called the word or secret word of acronyms, which I'm writing my book right now regarding that secret of acronyms, that we can use words that they're negative and how to use these acronyms in a negative way and make them to the positive for the mind. I've been practicing this because if I don't know anything, I don't teach it because I don't know about it. And if I don't put it at work, I don't teach it. So I definitely have to, before I teach it to anybody else, I have to go through it myself. I have to put it at work to see if it's worth it to teach it. And also just like a suggestion, because law of attraction is a suggestion. It's not like something is a law of God given to me or somebody else's. We're just suggesting, we're just giving some information to the other being. So if they feel this is resonant with their heart, they can go with it. If you don't, then maybe it's not for you to go to this path yet, which I wasn't ready 20 years ago, 25 years ago, more than that. But there was a fire, the flame within my heart. I was searching for things, one after another. I never give up to one source or another, or one channel or another. Not one teacher or this teacher or that teacher. I would love to learn from everybody because I know everyone is from same source. It's called life, God, universe, universes. And if you have all this available to you, why worry to live your life beautifully? You can learn things and put it at work and see how it changes your life. Because if change is only in opinion and words, nothing is going to change. If we have a wishy-washy desire, results are wishy-washy. If we put our effort 20% in what we want, results are 20%, 40%, 40%, 60%, 60%, 100%, 100% results. And that's what we want to get to that level. And if you don't, we are not ready yet, but we take the step forward. So one step at a time, as Buddha says. If you take one step first to whatever you want to change things, that first step is the start of many steps to come. So when I started my walking, for example, the first day, I went for a few minutes, then next time 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. Sometimes I didn't want to go. It's just like, I don't have time, I don't want to go. But then because I learned how to reverse this, negative stuff like, it's not a time. What are you doing? Just rest. To reverse it so I can go against this negativity. And I go out and I feel good after a walk. I'm sure you do the same thing, like you're working out or you're going somewhere that make you happy and resonate with your heart. You feel good about it. So let's continue with that. That whatever is resonant with our heart. And also we have to keep in mind that we don't want to hurt anybody around us. You know, as I said, if we don't have anything to say, we don't say it. We let the universe download things that are suitable for ourselves and the environment around us and people around us, all beings, animals, trees, and so the law of attraction. This is a part one, and I was going to introduce you to that, and I will have one each week, maybe two, depends on my time. And if you like to, please share this with the other people if you feel this is resonant with your heart and you want to join in the future time. Then in future time, I'm going to explain more about law of attraction. We're going to talk about this. This is what I wrote. So I'm going to read from my notes I wrote from last night. Uh, what we're going to learn is change won't happen by the opinion, but real action and staying with that. Number two is mind language of our brain. I'm going to tell you that why the mind is a language of the brain. And then we're going to discuss this called body emotion, how we can go with our body the emotion, or we can say body determination, how the body feels when we want to do something and you feel tense. You don't want to make the decision when it's tense. So you have to make decision when you relax. If that relaxation don't happen, you have to find a way to relax yourself through the relaxation to um, bring things that you love into your life. So we're going to discuss this in the future time from our form of our nervous system and cell body and memories, how they affect us in our decision in life. We're going to discuss this in the future time as well. And why do I have to deal with my characters 24 hours? Within our head and the mind, we have characters, many characters, angry characters, guilty characters, griefy characters, fearful characters, and you know what I mean, right? There are so many words and so many spoken people in our head. It could be like relatives, it could be anybody. In our head, if you put it in a speaker and put it outside to the world, that's what's going to happen to the laptops. Trillions of people wants to say things on the internet, and that was first in our head, now is on the internet. So we have to be careful also how we work with all our digital world, electronic, that we don't become robot in a matrix world. So these are the things we're going to discuss in the future time in the law of attraction. And also, one of the things I really want to talk about is saboteur. Saboteur. What's saboteur? Saboteur is just like in religion we call it Satan, evil, the energy or the thoughts and the words that we speak into our head, and we feel tense and unhappy and unpleasant. And at the end, I just like to say thank you to all of you, and those of you who know I have been disappearing for some times because I've been really going through this transformation. And in fact, I feel, excuse me, not I feel, I really got enlightened when I was in California. I went July 2nd, I think. I went for 4 days in San Clemente, California, and one night I got enlightened. It was just like pure consciousness, God, existence, and I felt it for day long. It wasn't just like 1 minute. I felt so great. I felt like this is it. This is the life that I was waiting for, searching for. But the enlightenment even is not a place to be. It's always continuation. Life expand, universe expand, our knowledge expand, our heart expand. And that way we will see changes, transformation, and it's happening. This is a year of transformation. 2023, if you add them all together, will be seven. Number seven means manifestation. So 2023, 4 plus 3 will be 7. 7 is based on seven chakras. All these emotions, feelings, wants. This is a year of plantation, planting the seed of your consciousness to what you want and let it grow. It's not going to happen overnight, but you put the first step and you will have your, is it harvest? You're going to go and see your fruits of your action happening. So I want to finish it up. So sorry that I came a little bit late because of the technical difficulty. But next time, hopefully, we'll have it figured out. This is Rasul Sapani. I call myself, with a suggestion, one of my friends, Sarah. It's called Yogi RA. RA as Ra is raw in the truth, radiant, aspiring, and also is the first initial of my first name, Rasul. Have a great one, everybody. I love you all and be blessed. We are sending all compassion, love to all cultures, women, children, men around the world, all cultures, countries, flags, languages, races. We send all loving to all beings, seen or unseen. So it is Soviet. Namaste.